flashing betrayers again.
Thomas
Barton Riggs has had Geordie on, who literally runs a restaurant with a Rothschild. Did you know that, Phil? Oh, you told me, didn't you? Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this going.
Yeah, so Thomas Barton Riggs wobbles on about the fucking Rothschilds all of the bastard time and has fucking Jordan on.
Okay, so we are live. Don't say fucking bugger. And
so Thomas Barton Riggs wobbles on about the fucking
me repeating in the background.
Oh, that's I was playing audio through, weren't I? On Thursday.
Okay. So there's two things. One of them talk about flooding in hedgerows. That will come later, and the next thing will be why have you chosen that as a thumbnail, Hobbit? Why is there? Can I? Hang on. It's not on this user instance, but we also...
Somebody's tuned out since you started. You started on 3, now you're on 2.
That's good, isn't it? Well, one of those
you've bored someone with the preamble, Hobbit.
One of those two people was me, and I'm thinking the other one was Top Cat, and it's like, oh shit, he's going to talk about flooding in hedgerows and all that other boring bollocks, so I don't want to listen anymore. Let's see if I can scroll back a bit and find it. I'm sure I put it in like one of these things. That's going back to last week, isn't it?
Because you're getting stream cucked, that's why.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, by Thomas Boring Rees.
Ah, yes. Well, yes, that's very... So, to address my point of...
Bruce's mate.
Thomas Borden Rees.
Boring Rees.
We used to have hedgerows. Now we don't, because the EU paid subsidies to farmers to rip them all up. And now people wonder why all the flooding happens. It's almost as if Randstad has understood that, well, if you've got hedgerows there, you'll have roots which will break up the soil, which will act as a flood barrier. Yeah, so bring back hedgerows. There we go. So
Wasn't that something to do with how the Dust Bowl was created? Because they were putting too much grass on the land, weren't they? Or something. Donnie should know about this.
I don't know much about the Dust Bowl.
The Dust Bowl, it was what they were planting on the soil, weren't it, that created the Dust Bowl, wasn't it?
It tore up all the. That's why it was a Dust Bowl in the Midwest, because nothing grew out there.
You're telling me that...
Did the Dust Bowl lead to the Depression, or was the Dust Bowl a part of the Depression?
It was part of it, but yeah, like the land became very arid. Gesundheit, Phil, and everything went to shit.
So, I wonder if I
can... Royal Oak, we can do your shit better than you can.
So yeah, that happened. So let me just see. There was a solar minimum in 1985, solar minimum in 1995, solar minimum...
Hold on a second. Why are you distracting from the fact that you were going to talk about your thumbnail?
Oh, yeah, the thumbnail, that's it. So, yeah, Toxic Avenger, if I just... we'll look at solar minimums a bit later. So, Toxic Avenger, we'll do that. And one of the classic images of Toxic Avenger is he's got his mop and he's going to mop everything up. So we had somebody...
everything. He's going to mop up crime.
Now we noticed this, Hemi and I, because somebody came to Hemi and said, have I been banned from your channel? And Hemi said, oh, I'll just check who's been swept. And it took, how many people did you have? Was it like 368?
Interdimensional Lizard had been swept. Alphabet Xenon Cat had been swept. Domina Morgul. You know, all of the regular fucking viewers. I thought the chat's been fucking dead for weeks. What's going on?
So Toxic Avenger's been going around sweeping up all of our friends under the rug. And he's just like...
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah,
he's just George Lincoln Toxic Avenger's been just going around and saying like, "Oh, you've had a bit too much to talk. Fuck you." And it's like, but we like these people. I mean,
you posted twice in this show. Fuck off.
I mean, even a complete fucking knobhead like Jaff. I've never swept him under the rug. I like it listening to his insane shit about Hobbit should get a Mormon wife. Why you being such a degenerate Catholic, Hobbit? Come on, Hobbit. Why do you love the Pope? Why do you suck the Pope's feet, Hobbit? It's funny to watch him just go on. I mean, it does annoy me, but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, regular posters who I enjoy, like Interdimensional Lizard, Domina's a pretty good poster, Alphabet Xenon Cat's a good poster. It's all of these, you know, really, like, good regular fucking posters.
Oh, they're all degenerates, mate. Got to sweep them all under the rug.
Don't like these people. They're not talking about National Socialism.
Well, their standards are awful. They're not being sick on themselves live on fucking there.
You have a bad
Hobbit, why aren't
standage.
you telling DOA to fuck off the following week? Why are you telling DOA to fuck off?
Well, when she buys me a £30 burger from Five Guys, then I'll tell her to fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you tell her to fuck off. When she tries to tell you to stop fucking streaming because you're too pissed.
Yeah.
And then buys you a 30 quid's worth of fucking burger the following day. That's when you tell a bird to fuck off, isn't it?
I mean, what I'm going to do is once I put these shelves up, I'll go and install a balcony and then lean over it, and knowing my shoddy workmanship, it'll probably collapse under my weight just as I'm doing seagull to the neighbours. Oh yeah. So
So yeah, if anybody in my chat or Hobbit's chat has been posting and wondering why we haven't been answering you, it's because Toppy had fucking swept you.
yeah. So the Berlin Wall has come down. All of you, you can all be reunited in our chat again, and it's not. You know what? Who was it that was it? Domina Morgul or someone else that Donald Ambrosius came on the JDLE chat and said, "Hey, have I been banned?" And,
no, that was Cody Sheffield. Snake Eyes.
Yeah, there we
JMK
go.
got
So
swept too, yeah.
It's like he's been around since like when we were JDLE on fucking Vanguard. That's how long he's been in our chats.
oh, John, no, he's not persona non grata. He's welcome to come back, but when he comes back, he's going to get a little bit of a ribbing. Just put it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
So
he posted the other day.
did he?
Yeah, he not
video?
posted. He did a YouTube video. Did nobody watch it?
Oh, what was it
He was
about?
eager to get down the gym.
Because he's been bloating and doing a lot of water retention. I'm just waiting for him to like sort of post tips on a juicing cycle and how not to overdo it so your testicles shrivel up. Because I think that's what in terms of fascist fitness, that's what we got to learn. You know, like how to juice enough so that you bulk up fast, but not so fast that your testicles turn small.
You don't want winky shrinkage, do you?
No, you don't. And yeah, that's because just remember, always.
Toppy, we love you. You're welcome back anytime. But fuck me, have we got to have a word with you?
Just remember, always use steroids responsibly. Yeah.
Is that possible, Hobbit?
Well. Protect your cherished pictures and documents. Your stuff matters. Keep it protected by just. How about I've already set up a backup option and fuck off. Stop pretending I'm some spastic that doesn't know how to use my computer. Oh God. Yeah.
Hopefully he comes back. I do like Toppy.
You were asking
when he's
me...
not, but when he's not being a giant vagina, he's a good lad, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Remember, Toppy, if you are thinking of being a giant vagina, don't be a giant vagina.
And if you are going to be a giant vagina, don't rub sand into it. Because
It wasn't just sand, there was salt in there too.
yeah, that works as a bit of
in
it.
there.
That was an extremely salty vagina the other Sunday when you took his mop off him.
I mean, even Nordic was just like, Hobbit, maybe it'd just be best if you give him his mop back. Just give him the mop back. Just
Give him his
you know,
binky.
the bannings will continue until morale
His comfort
improves.
mop.
Yes.
His comfort mop.
Do you think like Top Cat could become like a moderator on
Hey,
Reddit?
look! I can see what Alphabet Xenon Cat's saying. Look, it's a new century.
Yeah,
We can see what the chat is saying.
Free at last, free at last. Hey, maybe we should play that free Nelson Mandela.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, so that's it. We've done the science. We've done the addressing the mop in the room question.
The mop in the room.
Yeah. So apparently there might be a new Toxic Avenger film being done. So that was there a sign about the new Toxic Avenger?
Will he still be allowed to wear the tutu? Or is that anti-trans?
That's a good question. How can you do Toxic Avenger? Because it's been around for 36 years old. So the last one, Citizen Toxie.
And isn't he blacking up? Isn't Toxie like a white guy?
No. Toxie is Malvin Kratzenstein, and he gets. Have you never is it worth getting?
I've actually got the first issue of the comic series, so I've seen his origin.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he falls into a vat of nuclear waste, and then maybe I can just.
Well, he gets thrown in by some bullies, doesn't he?
Yeah, they. Well, there you go. The proof that bullying works. I mean, he was a £90 weakling, and then he turned into the Toxic Avenger. Life in London in 1950.
Whose origin are we on now?
I like that the first thing that comes up when I open up a.
Is that what happened to Toppy? He was thrown into a vat of toxic steroids.
He was thrown into a vat of toxic masculinity. It was known as our server. There's a Toxic Avenger musical.
You have to do Pink News just for him, Hobbit. You have to do Pink News.
Well, there will be some Pink News, yeah, but.
Blimey! Do you remember that time you did Pink News and it didn't go down well with a drunk mop cat?
Just a bit. But Peter Dinklage takes the lead in the Toxic Avenger remake.
That's stupid.
Not sure about that one. Julie. I'll mute it. We don't need the thing, but so there's Malvin, and he's been blindfolded. He's wearing a tutu because they're all finding it very funny. And if I do this, hopefully it'll fuck with YouTube AI algorithm. Looks like you're playing copyrighted content thing. So they're making fun of him because look at him, he's dressed up like a faggot, and they're all finding it very, very funny. So that's very anti-Semitic. But there he is. He's fallen into a vat of nuclear waste, and the guys transporting it are busy doing cocaine. It was the 80s. So there he is.
I've found more shit on Jordan Gold.
No shit.
Okay.
Found some old articles.
Please share.
So there is. They're all coming around. It's like, oh yeah, the guy's fallen into a vat of nuclear waste. Let's just point and laugh at him as he dies a horrible death. But joke's on them. He doesn't die a horrible death. He suffers a fate worse than death. He becomes the Toxic Avenger.
This looks like an 80s porno film.
Oh god, yeah, it is.
You haven't seen any of the Troma films, Donny?
No,
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna. Now, how do I share this?
It's porno movies with no sex.
Well,
Yeah,
it is a porno movie. There is some sex in it, but at the same time, because it's artistic, you can get away with it on YouTube. So, I'm gonna share. I think it's this one. And how do I make sure there's audio with it? Because I want to try and make sure, like the chat, that's us as opposed to chat, the people on YouTube. If I press this, will you be able to hear it? Let's find out.
So yeah, Jordan Gold worked in the porn industry in 2013.
Wow, wait.
Yeah, I've just posted the article.
Is he following the? Was he in front of or behind the camera?
He was a runner. But I've just put the link in the Googling pad if you want to read this. Jordan Gold.
Oh, do you want to do that?
Yeah, we can. Oh, wait, is this Louis Theroux's underlay? Let's see if I can find a bit where he's.
Melvin here, are you all right?
Melvin Dury, you're right. And so he's been horribly poisoned.
So he just wanders around covered in toxic slime.
Yeah, he's horribly injured. There's like toxic vapours coming out of the bathroom. He's groaning in agony, and his mum, this Yenta, goes like, "Melvin, are you all right?" So this bit's classic.
You got fucking off in there, Melvin. You got fucking off. You kids are always fucking off.
Wait for the mum's reaction to, like, you know, Greek's music's playing in the background. And not a shot.
My little Melvin. He must have finally reached puberty.
It's like no shock, no concern. It's just like, he's finally reached puberty. There we go. So that's Toppy's live, is he?
He's live. What are the odds?
Fucking hell, Mopcat's in the right fucking mood, isn't he?
Have we got
Christ.
like
Oh, God.
let's see if I can find.
Are you going to stream snipe him, are you?
Have I got him on my subscribed list of channels? Let's go and watch. I mean, if he's doing free content, we might as well just copy and paste his. Where is I don't have him. There's Top Cat. There we go. When the sports ball fans began to hate
Manchester United,
Yeah.
they saddled the club with debts.
and that's our
They
Top Cat.
corporatised the club.
Yeah,
They
that's right.
took it away from the fans.
He's
to
in the right
extent
fucking-
the
he's got
fans
right
not only
fucking
feel
monk
they
on,
don't
hasn't he?
control the club.
Aye, that's
but
right.
They
Yeah.
no longer even have an affiliation
Skippy
with the
tits.
club.
Hey, this will be the way that, you know, after
any of
all of
that
the
sound
people have been
familiar?
swept under the rug, now
I mean,
you can
is
watch
it not
Top
just a
Cat's
microcosm
content.
of what's
See,
happening?
this is like
Yeah, you won't be able to
radio.
comment in it, but you'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, welcome
Let's
to
just
Radio Free
make another
Luxembourg.
observation on
We are
these football
broadcasting
fans as
from the
well.
free world.
So today caused a football match between two.
So I assume he's talking
billion
about that thing of the EU
clubs
Super League
to
with like
be
6
postponed.
football teams
Now,
that
United
can't be
and Liverpool are the
relegated.
biggest
Isn't that a bit
clubs,
like they-
Talking about
biggest
punishing
clubs
them,
in
aren't
England.
they?
Of course, you've got
It's
the
all-
likes
they're
of
talking
City,
about giving them
Chelsea,
punishment.
Spurs.
Well, I think they just took a leaf out of
they
the
are
2008
corporate
banking
behemoths.
crisis where
And
we found places like Northern Rock were too big to
football
fail.
It's a
fans
premiere. It's a
upon
premiere hub. It's not
with-
live as such.
I'm sad to say.
Oh, I
but
see.
Often looked upon with disdain
So you
by
know, a
so-called
premiere.
nationalists who
So
believe they're grug brains because they've not even read Ebola.
He's just doing content for the show. He didn't mean anything by it, Hobbit.
oh yeah.
They've organised themselves today
This
and protested. And they
This
have very
is a very
effectively
good
protested.
topic to talk
I'm just
about
thinking about
right now.
football
Toppy,
firms in general.
I agree with what you are
look at
saying
There's
100%.
respect for hierarchy.
P.S.
Hobbit been
They have,
mocked. Can anyone see if Hobbit's
leadership,
been mocked?
Hierarchy.
You-
They have
No, he's still
Let's see if it
top
shows
boys,
up,
fighters, as it were.
Could
Is it-
you
is
wash the
There's
sand
organisation.
out
I mean,
of
how
your
easy is it to breach security at a place like Old Trafford?
vagina,
There are police and security all over the show. And these people in their hundreds have got into the stadium hours before
Moppy's
kick-off.
Damien.
then
Moppy's
onto
doing.
the pitch
Moppy's
as well.
doing a
with
doing a thing,
the
doing a
players
bit.
and what have you. They've been given the
It's
police
like,
and
no,
all
he's
the
not. He's
security
not
to
stream
run around.
cucking me, guys.
that's
He just
good
realised that I was
organisation.
struggling for a bit of content,
And you'll
so
notice
he
as
thought,
well,
I know, I'll
unlike
do
the
contribution.
lockdown protests,
Thank you
these football
very much
fans
for
are
the
not receiving beatdowns from the
sports
police
segment.
because,
I
as we've all
was
put,
lacking.
Is that, read out the blurb that he's put in about the
If you
video,
attack
Hobbit, because I'm
one
pretty sure
of
it's
these
aimed at
football
you.
so-called
All right.
hooligans,
I'll mute this for a bit so I can read out Top Cat's voice. There are far more important matches in which sports ball fans ought to be engaged. They have much to learn, but so do nationalists. We must
Like
start
Hobbit.
appealing to.
Hobbit's got to start calling DOA the rabbit bitch and hating her this week.
We must start appealing to, inspiring, and leading our people. We inspire them by being sick on ourselves whilst listening to Crowded House, who yearn to belong to something of higher importance. What is he suggesting that we smoke cannabis instead of drinking alcohol? Is that where we're going to get some higher consciousness and importance? Is that it? Anyway, let's get back to Top Cat with the sports.
Football firms, a respect for
Football firms. Top Cat is. Daisy. Top Cat is not streaming now. This is a premiere, which he did coincide with the Sunday show. So we take it over to Alan Partridge with the sports.
Alan Partridge.
Sorry, Top Cat.
Nelson Shackleton.
Do you reckon Top Cat takes his own big plate to the breakfast buffet?
Oh, I like the idea of that. There's a burger van I go to where I take my own plate to it, but then
his men told him,
I'm not quite at rate my takeaway level. I don't.
Does anybody know why he hates talking about being this week?
He told him I've earned these badges. I'm going to wear them.
Has she yet to have sex with him?
That's
quite possibly, but that will go on for quite some time until he puts a stop to it.
I've always respected.
Yes. Yeah.
With that in mind,
greed,
ask
le
yourself,
hug.
does the de facto leader
Lung?
of British nationalism lead from the front?
I don't know.
Does he send 16-year-old boys to lockdown protests whilst he sits home playing computer games?
Let's play some
None of these
computer
people,
games.
these football fans, are interested in quirky
speaking of which,
book reviews or
counts.
buying expensive tea.
Yeah, speaking of which,
they care about what's
you guys been
happening
playing any games
in their
this week?
towns, in their cities.
Dead Space. I've been playing a bit of Dead Space 3.
I have last night, because Steam's got a summer sale on. Not a summer sale, sorry. It's a Let's Appreciate.
Hey, Murph's in. Hold on a bit. Murph's in.
Oh.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
I did some archery today.
Nice. Was it compound or longbow?
It wasn't compound. It wasn't longbow. It was recurve, I think it's called.
Oh, I like recurve bows. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And we were doing, because I bought a bunch of apples. So we put apples on the targets.
Were you doing a William Tell?
I thought you were going to say you put an apple on your mate's head. And
I got a bullseye and skewered an apple. It was really fucking
nice.
It was badass.
I was doing. What's the bows they use for
what you should have done is you should have got drunk and then put one on your mate's head and go, no, I'm all right, mate. No, I'll be all right. No.
That probably would have been a bad idea.
No, it'd be fine. No, mate. No, it'd be fine, mate.
What was Hobbit trying to say?
Oh, sorry. It's just I was thanking Top Cat for the sports segment. And we'll see him again next week. But seeing as we had your bit about the archery, I do enjoy archery. I've done it with, what's the bow they use in the Olympics? Is that a recurve or a compound?
Well, there's different.
Compound's the one with all the wheels and that on, isn't it?
Compound is like mechanical.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's a recurve bow.
Yeah.
And I prefer recurve to longbow. I mean, longbows are nice, so you should definitely.
Me first. I like praise.
I want to fired recurve. I haven't fired compound or longbow.
But the thing is, I was doing targets from like 50 yards out, and I just, for whatever reason, my targets were always going like to the 3 inches to the left and 3 inches to the top of the bullseye.
Was that wind?
No, because it was indoors, and in fact, apparently, you're not allowed to do it outdoors, or it's very difficult to regulate or something. But anyway, I was doing it indoors, and I just thought to myself, every time I try to regulate, I don't know why, like, the next thing it's recommending is the Confone Assessing 49ers 2021 draft picks. Oh, because with sports ball segment, that's why. So yeah.
PPP debates groupers, Black Pigeon speaks on at AFPAC 2021. Oh, okay. He's in the recommended.
Ultimate envelope generator. No, that's a me video. That's not a V video. Raspberry Pi and battery power. Yeah, that's interesting. I've been watching PPP's videos this week about baked.
Sorry, I'm really confused because I thought you were explaining something and then you just started talking about something else halfway through.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm lost. I'm disorientated.
Well, if
Right.
you,
That's
if,
what Hobbit does. Like, you have to get used to that when talking to Hobbit.
if you click on general, you can see on screen sharing, and so what I was reading.
There are flashing lights on the screen. Murph.
Yeah, and you, but you could, if you want to, you can see what I'm showing on the screen. You can have audio and all that stuff. And so I was looking at the things it's recommending to me, like explaining computers. It's done something about the Raspberry Pi battery power.
Visiting a Chinese takeaway that went viral for Savage.
Yeah, for Savage, dog chow mein.
The Chinese
probably.
are just savage anyway.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
But no, the stuff that Baked Bonanza, where he goes to Arizona and finds this girl called Sammy, and that was interesting. Sammy is like very fucked in the head, but quite manipulative, and that was that was entertaining. But in terms of computer games, what have I been playing this week? I've been playing Dyson Sphere. I've been getting back into that again. I made my.
I'm gonna go now, guys. I'll see you guys later. Yeah.
Toodle Pip.
A good one.
Yeah. And oh yeah, that was it. It was the Let's Appreciate Japan week on Steam. So I downloaded. I bought Yakuza and I bought Ace Combat 7 and of the last.
Speaking of gay pride, where's Scuggy?
Oh yeah. Oh, I think we upset Scuggy because I mean, were we queer bashing him?
You cunts for making fun of me, and I've got combat. Fuck off of it.
I'm not fucking gay, right?
Oh, that was it. Casimir put saying it in the Dealing Plans, like, I've heard some disturbing rumours. And I asked him, I said, were those disturbing rumours that, like, Scuggy fancies you? Because, you know, so far those rumours are unsubstantiated, but I think there may be some evidence there. Oh, I heard some very troubling rumours recently that Scuggy fancies me. Scuggy's got love for you.
If it's troubling Casimir, it must be pretty fucking degenerate, mustn't it?
Scuggy.
old man.
Oh, Crime Bodge has done a video. I haven't seen it yet. The 40 dirty cops are above the law. So
4 dirty cops.
Yeah, the 4 dirty cops are above.
You said the 40 dirty cops.
Oh, 40, 400, all of them. What's the difference? You know, it's the 99.9% of cops that
It's
give...
not no live stream with the trans flag. Is that one of your favourites, is it, Ahmed?
Yes, it is. Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Look, Mum, no computer. Is that what Laura Towler said to Nana Towler? Oh, too soon. Was that too soon, was it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, as we found out with
Faggot Fitness.
Is nobody else wondering why Mark Collett's house hasn't been raided? Well, by no one else. I mean, Aunt Laura and Sam kind of wondering why Mark Collett's house hasn't been raided.
Oh, I'm sure there's a perfectly legitimate reason for that. Why the money was just resting in his account.
He's on a lunacy run.
And I've got to admit, in this week as well, I've really appreciated the autistic attention to detail that Flossie has when laying her socks out on the radiator. And how nice to have, like...
I like the way the sock size is stitched into the bottom of the sock. It's like it's embroidered into the bottom of the sock, isn't it? Yeah.
But the other thing I like is that she's got, I can see 2,
oh no,
4,
how
6.
Daisy, why are you picking on Scuggy? You said, why are there so many homosexuals? Daisy, that's wicked.
I'm not fucking gay.
I'm not fucking. Who said I'm fucking gay?
Why are there so many homosexuals? Why, it's the choice of women. Whoa, burn.
I was radicalised by millennial woes. That's how it happened.
If millennial woes bums me, will he buy me a synth? Is that how it works?
Maybe.
I mean, what
do you want, Hobbit? No synth or a synth and incurable anal genital warts?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I mean, I might be working by the end of the year, in which case I could actually, for Christmas, save up and get myself... can I show you guys the one I've got my my consumerist obsession set?
Beady little eye on.
Yeah. This is what I want to hope that the merchants will give.
Oh, you're going to do the Geordie content that Phil's found for us?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll do that. But in the
I
meantime,
found all of his old articles as well with Wayback Machine. So he's done some shit criticising the monarchy that was ages ago. Go from the top. If you want to go from the top, there's pictures of him literally being a fucking Freemason. If you've got tinfoil up already.
Well,
tinfoil
you know, I'm sure the audience is interested in that, but I think more than that, they're interested in knowing what is Hobbit's next synthesizer going to be. So we got some. We got some twiddly knobs on the left. We've got pitch and mod, so that's good. You've got this bit here, which is some flappy switches. That
is that his sister? Is that his sister who's with there?
Got some more twiddly knobs. Loads of switches. Look, there's even like diagrams to say what oscillator you're going to choose. Is it going to be a saw? Is it going to be triangle? Is it going to be square wave? The octave select. So if you want to do sub bass thing, like an 80s song. You've got some things I can't make out there. More twiddly knobs. More twiddly knobs. You've got some programs you've got flashy lights and you've got this bit. Oh, and look at this bit. You see that? Low frequency compressor. It's not just an equalizer, it's a low frequency compressor. What does that mean? Your bass sounds good. It sounds proper good. You put a banging donk on this, and that needle will start flickering. And if it goes into the red, then you know it's going to be distorted. So, yeah, that's what I want to get. And if I look at, actually, you know what? Let's just have a look at prices. Like, let's say I want to buy this right now. Like, I want to buy Korg. This thing you're doing here. I wish to buy it. Can I buy it? So, like, well, it's telling me similar items and their price. Like the Prologue 8 is £1,000, but what is the price of the Prologue 16? Like, I want to buy this. Notify me when this project is back.
You could go to there right now and you could check it out, but I recommend you don't.
It's out of stock. Bastards of it. Millennial Woes has bought up every single copy of the Korg 60. He just like.
Not only are they racist though, Dad, but they're also sexist.
He's like, oh, Hobbit wants a Korg Prologue 16. Well, the only way to get it now is if he lets me do it.
It sounds like someone's falling down the stairs.
Basically, the only way I'm going to get this now is if I'm getting curable genital warts. Thanks, Millennial Woes. Thanks. So this Jord thing, excuse me, harumph.
Phil's our very own Roger Cook. Our very own Roger Cook has been on the case, Phil.
So
so basically, if you go from the start, I've put all the links in, and it's been found out that Jordan used to work. Well, not only is he best friends with a fucking Freemason, but legitimately.
8 things I learned in porn.
He's got shares in a company with a Rothschild. There's loads of information about him. I've actually got to go now, but I'm still back up there.
Oh, so this one, like here, the dots.com, Jordan Gold, editor-journalist. I've spent the past 2 years writing articles for the readers of Copenhagen on topics of entertainment, lifestyle, and current affairs. My writing has been focused on producing and quoting daily content for the UK, US versions of the site. This includes writing and researching news, reviews, interviews, and features in the management of solo journeys. It's my responsibility to grow the brand's social media presence. Managing accounts with some 1 million+ followers. Wow. Okay, that's his own words. That sounds boring. Okay. This is a bit more interesting. So, you don't have access to this link. Let's see if I can open the original. So this is a picture of a bloke in a gay Freemason regalia, and he's got the Google Mail logo on his skirt. That does look like Google Mail, doesn't it? I mean, hang on. Let's just have a look at Google Mail. Gmail logo. Let's have a look at that. So there's the Gmail logo, right? And then let's have a look at his gay little skirt. Gmail logo, gay little skirt. Gmail logo, gay little skirt. That's the same logo, isn't it? And there's a picture of, is that Ali G? He's a very suave-looking individual there, isn't he? He's got these sort of buck teeth as well. So, Okay.
That's the person he's got shares with in his company.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The Rothschild.
And then we got this photograph here of somebody. Is this person does not exist.com?
That's the man himself.
Person does not exist. Have you seen this website? This person does not exist.
Yep, I've
Like,
seen it.
every time you press F5, it generates like a random face. And all of these faces, including the backgrounds, these people don't exist. It's just an AI has generated them. So each time you press F5, it's... And I don't know how it does this, or how it makes it so realistic, but...
Like, that doesn't look real.
that one...
What the fuck is that?
That one...
Some Arab peeking out.
So this one is imagined by GAN, Generative Adversarial Network, style GAN 2. So let's do another F5. I mean, that one looks real enough. That one... Well, that's the problem with Mystery Meat. They do look a bit weird. That looks like a typical Perlu. That looks like... these look like normal human faces.
Yeah, they do.
So this is the thing. I think like there's something I want to probably do in 4TM words at some point. But
oof, usernames that done a deep dive there. Looks related to Danielle Nichols. Oof.
I should have just mentioned, like, there was a really gorgeous-looking girl I saw in a film. Oh, that was it. The Rocketeer.
Oh, Jennifer Connelly.
The Rocketeer, 1991. Let's see if I can
Jennifer
find
Connelly.
Some images from the Rocketeer. Yeah, with Jennifer Connelly.
Let's type in Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, okay. Jennifer Connelly. There we go. Let's see some images of her in this film.
So are you saying she's not actually Irish then, Donny?
No.
Oh, she's more likely to be related to Geordie. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, she is.
There we go. I mean, that is gorgeous. You know, there's a nice, you know, she's still feminine, but there's a good like definition in the jawbones there. Good definition here. Nice looking eyes. Like those lips are good. Everything about that is just like, you know what, she is. Why can't we have like women?
She don't do out on a Friday night or a Saturday morning.
Why can't we just? Why can't there be women like that? I know this was 1991, which was unfortunately 30 years ago, but oh yeah.
You mean you don't like the plethora of mulattoes paraded on our TV then, Hobbit?
No. The watching adverts with you was a bit of a slap in the face.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Rocketeer, by the way, is a great film, and if you haven't seen it, I watched it last week. Really good. Thoroughly recommend you get a copy for yourself somehow. It's by Disney, and for whatever reason, they've never...
That's when Disney wanted to make money, wasn't it? But they don't seem to want to do that anymore, do they?
Well, Disney is like, we've got enough money now, so what's our new business strategy? I know. Let's annoy our customer base.
Alienate anybody. Let's pay $4 billion for Star... Apparently they haven't made the money back on Star Wars because, you know, most of it has shit the bed so badly. Gosh.
Really? Oh yeah,
I mean, who'd have thought making shit films with unlikable characters would lead to you losing money?
So what else have we got about this Jordan Gold character, Jord, who's 1/10, 1/8, 1/1%.
Somewhere between 1 and 100%, depending on what day of the week it is. Depending on who he's talking to, depending whether he's down temple or not.
So this.
Sorry, Phil.
Just say, it just so happens that he's like best friends with a Freemason, and is literally a business partner with the Rothschilds, and has worked in the porn industry, and yeah.
So whoa, hold on. As it stands, the only way for men to take control of their own fertility is to get a vasectomy.
Oh, this is by Jordan Gold. So they're talking about a male birth control pill.
Jesus Christ.
Becoming
so trad, dude. He's so traditional.
Yeah.
So
Just look at the adverts down the side. Video. Watch how fleshlights are made in this gripping documentary.
Where's that? Oh, okay.
Is that gripping at the base?
I think gripping is like the editorial staff when they're on the ball. So yeah, there he is advocating male sterility. So where's the next thing we got here? 8 Things I Learned as the Runner on a Porn Set by Jordan Gold.
Unless he just makes this shit up. There is every possibility that these people make this shit up.
In the summer of 2013, after graduating from film school, I was like, you know what would be a great job? Working on the porn set. So, what happened? You know, you went to temple and the rabbi said, Shmuley here can get you a job, Jordan. So, no one.
You want to be in film?
Porn.
You want to be in film?
Porn is really hard work.
Get it? Yeah.
2. Everybody except the director is an intern. Ah, okay. Porn stars are reassuringly normal. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, most of them have been abused by their father, covered in tattoos, get railed all day, every day. But they're just like me and you, Hobbit. Just like me and you.
I'm not normal if you though.
I'm not gonna like image search results the things about Lola Ferrari. So hopefully the Wikipedia article will not get us in trouble. But there's Lola Ferrari, reassuringly normal porn star. And
why have you been googling Gmail logo?
Right.
Like
so because this image here, I said that looks like the Gmail logo, and then
right, okay.
I don't have the thing for the Gmail logo up anymore. But
Mrs. has just had her hair done, so I had to go and do the bit. Oh, it looks lovely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just had to go and do the bit.
You look like $1 million, green and wrinkly.
Yeah.
So this is Lolo Ferrari. So let's just talk about this reassuringly normal Lolo Ferrari, which anybody who's watched Eurotrash will be familiar with. So breast enlargements. Before that, background. In 1988, she married Eric Vignier, a former drug dealer. 15 years.
It's just like these people are just like me and you, Hobbit.
Yeah, you know, it's just like 15 years older, just come out of prison for like a lengthy sentence for distributing with intent to supply. She then started work as a model with her husband as manager. She also worked as a prostitute, and her husband was arrested for being a pimp. Aww.
Just like me, you know, the normal day-to-day, you know, typical.
In the words of Jordan Gold, porn stars are reassuringly normal. So let's talk a bit more about Lola Ferrari, who's reassuringly normal. Encouraged by Vignet, she underwent, beginning in 1990, numerous plastic surgery operations to create a 180-centimetre silicone-enhanced bust. She was originally a 30...
I mean, that's completely normal. There must be at least 3 or 4 women in my road that have had exactly the same, because they're just like, you know, just like people you live near next door to, aren't they?
So she had 22 enlargements, which is a Guinness World Record. Guinness Book of Records 2003 indicates each of her breasts weighed 2.8 kilograms and contained 3 litres of saline. So porn stars are reassuringly normal. She wore a specially engineered brasserie. Her brasserie measurements been given from various sources.
It's like the one you're trying to invent, Hobbit.
Oh, well, that was it. I was trying to like...
As DOA offered to take you up on the offer of a bra fitting.
Well, that's the thing. I said I needed to like work with some women so that my bra does my counterweight bra design, because if you've got like 2.8 kilograms in each tit, you're going to need some good counterbalances. The breast implants themselves were reputed to be designed by an engineer who was involved with the design of the Boeing 747.
You mean like the same sort of counterbalance, you know, when you've had like a full crate of cores that you need like 8 cans of Tisky just to wash it, that kind of counterbalance of it.
Yes, that's what's called a balanced diet.
I'd be willing to test that woman's bra size. Sorry.
You can't because she's dead.
Yeah, she died in... Shall we go into the death? On the morning of... It's all right. You weren't... You never watched Eurotrash as growing up, did you, Stash? Sorry, Clown.
No, you wouldn't have done.
Clown X.
I don't know who this stash is. I was talking about my mustache, wasn't I? That's definitely why I was referring to my mustache. But anyway, you don't know about Lola Ferrari, who died on the 5th of March 2000 at the age of 37. She's found dead of undetermined causes. No, it wasn't undetermined causes. She was found dead because her pimp boyfriend gave her an overdose of drugs when he realised he couldn't make any more money off of her.
I thought she suffocated because of her boobies.
So the original autopsy determined that she had died.
How do women like that sleep? Anyway. Apart from with great difficulty, obviously being the obvious answer.
Not very well.
We'll get that one out. We'll get that one out of the way with great difficulty. But how on their side? Well, on the front's obviously out, isn't it?
The original autopsy determined that she died of an overdose of antidepressants and tranquilizers. She had been depressed and her death was ruled as a suicide. Her parents suspected that the husband was involved, and a second autopsy was approved 2 years later. The second autopsy... Now, remember, the reason we talk about Lola Ferrari when talking about this Jordan Gold is because he says porn stars are reassuringly normal. And this is just one example I can think of. There are many other examples where reassuringly normal means, lifetime of child abuse and then, abusive husband. Okay. So, her parents suspect, so the second autopsy found that mechanically induced suffocation could not be ruled out. So, her disgusting ex-drug dealer pimp boyfriend put a pillow over her face. Her widow was suspected of causing her death, was arrested and spent 13 months in prison. You don't spend 13 months in prison as we're not sure if it was a suicide, but
you do if you're black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, but black people just get arrested just for being on the street. And look at George Floyd.
Just for the colour of their skin.
He was just out trying to buy a pack of menthols, and look what happened there.
Well, no, he was trying to buy a banana with a $20 bill, which was not a $20 bill. So
when is a $20 bill not a $20 bill?
When George Floyd is presenting it for a banana. So so now we've established here's an example of porn stars reassuringly normal. Let's see what Jordan Gold has to say about this. When I talk to my mates about having worked in porn, I usually met with two responses: for or serious sounding questions about exploitation or drug abuse. Lola Ferrari. In reality, it was pretty normal and not at all dissimilar from working on any film set. Oh, what about China White? China White, CHYNA.
I thought it was just China.
Stephanie Christine Lewis, better known as China White, is an American rapper, songwriter, and author. Oh, hang on. No, China, WWF. China.
A lot about porn stars, man.
China, born Joan Marie Laurier, died in 2016, was an American professional wrestler, glamour model, author, and bodybuilder. So let's see a bit about her life. So parents divorced when she was approximately 4 years old, so off to a good start. She had 3 different stepfathers and 1 stepmother, and I'm sure none of them abused her. According to Laura, her first stepfather threatened suicide at one point, and the biological father once accidentally stabbed her mother in the thigh with a bread... just accident, just bread knife, stab wife, mother. It had a problem with alcoholism.
Who hasn't accidentally stabbed someone in the thigh with a bread knife?
I mean, oh God, if I had a penny for the number of times I've accidentally stabbed someone, I would be as penniless as I am now. As a child, Laura learned to play both violin and cello. She later said that in 7th grade she was sexually...
George the Fluffer.
As a child, so she's a child now, and she's been sexually abused by a music teacher. At age 13, whilst attending Penfield High School, she began purging after she ate. She left her...
sexually kissed by a child and teen. What? The fucking wording. What?
There's a biography, that's the citation there. She left home at age 16. Mother tried to force her into a drug rehabilitation.
I can't remember who it was I was talking to online. I was talking to someone online who had actually gone around researching all the bios of all these porn actresses. They've led the most degraded, fucked up lives that you could ever think of.
So remember, this is Jordan Gold here saying that porn stars are reassuringly normal.
Hey, that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy. They're just normal like me and you, guy.
Wait a minute. If all of his reference of normal is fucked up like abuse and child abuse and stuff like that, then when the porn stars go, they've not been as sexually abused as I have growing up. I guess they're reassuringly normal then.
Yeah.
Because, this week I've been listening to PPP interviewing Chagger. And Chagger, dear audience, if you're not familiar with it, is he's a very special, very unique and misunderstood autistic man. He's an autistic man who's definitely not gay.
But poor sweet Frithwolf, what's a fluffer? Poor sweet innocent Frithwolf.
Well, Frithwolf,
have we got a story for you?
Frith.
Can you believe the People's Journalist doesn't know what a fluffer is? Bless him.
Frith, may I suggest you watch one of my favourite cheesy sci-fi shows called Lex? In season 4, there's an episode called The Fluff King, and it's where Stan the captain, he meets like the reincarnation of Leica, his girlfriend, and she's a porn actress, and he gets a role as her fluffer. And so if you want to know what a fluffer is,
Whoa,
then
what kind of movies you watching of it? Whoa.
Well, Lex, it was literally softcore pornography. I'm not going to do two bones about it. It was like they're on the ship, and every episode they're going somewhere to try and find a place to have sex with hilarious consequences.
I've seen Overlord DVD, which is quite a good channel if you're interested in like nerd culture and stuff like that. There's a rumor that Gina Carano is in talks with Disney to return to The Mandalorian.
Good. Oh, but here we go. This is a nice admission. In reality, it was pretty normal and not at all dissimilar from working on any other film set. What, like a film set with Macaulay Culkin or Michael Jackson on it?
where women's anuses fucking prolapse, is that quite normal on a film set?
It depends. Is Harvey Weinstein producing the film?
With his little egg-shaped penis.
I'd rather not think about that sort of thing. I mean, I know it goes on. I just the gory like butcher's table details I don't want to do. It's before 9 o'clock.
My thoughts on the Me Too of this is it seems to be that you suck my dick is bad. I'll suck your dick is absolutely fine. I think women who offer to suck dicks should be treated every bit as badly as guys that expect their dick sucked.
Well,
because one obviously leads to they both lead to each other, don't they?
Can I just say that the idea of dick?
I mean, if there's a thing where like actresses can get film roles by sucking dick, then the guys giving out film roles are going to expect their dick sucked for a thing, aren't they? So one thing is causing the other, isn't it? They both perpetuate each other, don't they?
Can I just say, I mean, for the record, I like it to be known that I know like people enjoy it because otherwise it wouldn't go on. But dick sucking, it's like I don't really want my willy near that near someone's teeth. It's happened to me a few times before. It's like you're scraping your teeth against a very sensitive. You're scraping your teeth against a part of me which is sensitive. This is not pleasurable.
Hobbit, blowjobs aren't about getting off. They're about power. They're about making a woman do something she doesn't want to do.
But then
it's about flexing on women. That's what the blowjob is.
Then why did she offer to do it to me?
It's good when a girl gives you a good blowjob. It's good, man. As if you don't like that, Hobbit. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, she wanted you to brush her teeth, Hobbit.
I see. Yeah, there we have it. Right. Okay. So it wasn't just about me. It was also for her benefit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You see, that's the problem. Whenever I have sex, it's always very selfish. It's like, what are you doing for me? You're scraping your teeth against my bell end. I don't like that.
Oh, dear.
So, Let's get past the point where. Let's just.
Good job, Mopcat isn't here. Otherwise, you've been swept off your own show.
So let's just let's just brush up. Let's just Janny past this. Otherwise, we'll never get through this article. Let's just go on to the next point. It's surprising how much food people eat. Filming a single scene. Yeah. So I don't want to get into it anymore. So filming a single scene can take days, especially if it's long or if it involves exterior shots and cutaways.
Are we still talking about porn though?
Oh yeah, this is 8 things I learned from working in porn.
Okay.
Judging by how little the staff get paid and the fact most films are shot in borrowed houses, I assume a big chunk of the budget is spent on catering. My most memorable experience of all time involves watching a professionally choreographed money shot while eating a cucumber sandwich.
Given what people are doing on set, and they're probably touching those sandwiches, would you eat at a buffet at a porn shoot?
Oh, Frith is asking, how the hell does a 22-year-old film
I think he's talking about the British porn industry, isn't he? He didn't specify that it was in LA, did he?
A film studies graduate.
It does specify that he went to LA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Frith is asking.
Well, Frith Wolfie obviously had some cousins out there. Oh, good.
So
I got some connections, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get past the bit where he's eating a cucumber sandwich as a dick on legs is coming on a woman's face.
He was eating a cucumber sandwich after one of the actresses had already put her hands all over all the food.
Yeah. So you can't help but feel seedy and guilty afterwards.
I'm not even a germaphobe, but even I couldn't eat anything at a fucking porn shoot.
You should probably shut that pickle from half across the room there.
Yeah, what if he overshoots and it lands on the fucking buffet?
Considering I've got that gif of the woman and she's got a cucumber in her snatch and then it fires and like some Palestinian house gets blown up, I never looked at cucumber in the same way since then. I just can't help it.
Oh dear.
Oh, I did not know.
You want these in mayo sandwiches?
I was just, you know what? I actually had some articles I wanted to do for the show. I was going to briefly talk about Top Cap jannying people and erecting a Berlin Wall to separate us from our own audience. I was going to talk about flooding in hedgerows. But anyway, let's try and muscle through this.
On with the fluffer.
Yeah, so you can't help but feel seedy and guilty afterwards. Due to stringent regulations and fear of being fired, crew banter on the porn set is severely limited. The combination of long, eerie silences and a lack of humour leaves you with a sour taste in your mouth once shooting ends. That could be the genital herpes.
Isn't the lack of humour generally due to the people that finance these things and people like Jordan?
Oh, I thought they had a great sense of humour. Even if you know the people having sex.
I keep getting told that. What's that one about Amy Schumer? That Amy Schumer told everyone she was a kid she was going to be a comedian. They all laughed at her. No one's laughing now.
That's it. There we go. So, even if you know the people having sex were being paid 100 times more than you, the awkwardness having lurked in the background, fully clothed, can't be avoided.
Well, it's all one big humiliation ritual, isn't it, Jordan?
You quickly become...
And you know it is.
You quickly become desensitized to sex. I think that's the point of pornography. The giant 4K lamp used to light the face of the actress is too heavy to fit on the rig. You're going to have to stand next to her while the camera's rolling and reflect it at her face. After 15 minutes, your hands are hot and sweaty, and it's starting to feel like a workout. At that point, the last thing you care about is the fact that 2 consenting adults, citation needed, are rutting like stags 2 feet away from you. Truthfully, I didn't masturbate for a week after each shoot.
Like stags?
Yeah.
Isn't a stag a male deer?
Well, Jordan...
Suggesting there's 2...
You know, I don't know what sort of films he was doing, but maybe it was like 18 gay guys at the Ram Ranch fisting one another.
Cowboys.
Yeah. 18 naked cowboys at the Ram Ranch. Truthfully, I didn't masturbate for a week after each shoot. Thank you for that information, Jordan. Porn felt like the last thing I wanted to look at. Oh, it's like working in the chocolate factory. You just get sick of the sight of chocolate. It's both grimy and glamorous. What? This was an undeniable aura of excitement about working in porn. Maybe for you, you dirty bastard. At least for the first shoot I worked on. Sure, there were moments which seemed forced and superficial, highlighting how shallow porn really is. Other than that, though, it's just long periods of boredom.
Porn shallow? Get out of town.
What, you're telling me that Oliver Stone isn't interested in doing the screenplay for Backdoor Sluts 9? Other than that, though, it's just long periods of boredom, punctuated by moments of sheer terror whenever a producer orders to run to the fridge and get him a Coke.
Does he mean the drink, or does he mean something else?
He keeps his cocaine in the refrigerator next to the Coca-Cola. Yeah. Nobody will remember...
Haven't we already done this gag?
Nobody...
Or am I getting... Sophia deja vu.
No,
Nobody will remember your name.
I don't remember doing that joke. At least not in this show, Hemi. So you're getting the deja vu. Nobody will remember your name.
Milo hangs out with this guy, Hobbit. You know that?
Milo Yiannopoulos hangs out with this guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah. They've been temple together.
Oh well, yes. Yeah. Thankfully, Jordan, due to the webarchive.org, the Wayback Machine, we do remember your name. This is probably a good thing in the long run, but in the heat of the midday sun, while clapperboarding a scene where two lesbians, well, at least he admits that lesbians are a hoax. Lesbians are as real as dinosaurs, by the way. It's a hoax. It's just two women trying to get attention from men and give them a stiffy so that they get a good shag. And any woman will agree with me on that. Unless they're ugly ball-dyke lesbians, in which case they're too ugly for men, so it's like, well, if I can't get a man, I'll become the man. Lesbians aren't real.
Like this one. Old letter reveals that Obi-Wan thought Star Wars was a bit rubbish. Yeah, it's common knowledge that Alec Guinness absolutely hated every minute of being in Star Wars.
Oh, okay. When a director says, hey you, dude, grab that. No, buddy, not that. Yeah, that. Move out shot, pal, quick. You feel like a bit of an 18th wheel. Ultimately, though, I wrapped the last porn...
An 18th wheel? It's a spare wheel. It's a spare wheel or a fifth wheel.
A third wheel?
Fucking journalists.
It's almost as if like the lifetime of abuse he suffered as a child has gone on to have no consequences in Jordan Gold's adult life. Ultimately, though, I wrapped the last porn shoot with a warped sense of pride and a big appreciation for the work ethic of the people who make it. I also wanted to go home and take a shower. So that was thanks to our gumshoe Phil, who found this archived article.
Yeah, Frith Wolf, pull your fucking finger out, pal.
Yeah. You Frith.
He's got more stuff. He did an anti-monarchy post where he was talking about getting rid of the monarchy. He's talked about anti-slavery and
what was the things I wanted to talk about today? So here's a palate cleanser for everybody. We're not talking.
We'll go over the rest of it on Tuesday, I think.
So, dear audience, I would like to say welcome to the second hour, and I would like to start this hour on a bit of a sad note for myself. I didn't realise this happened, so this is why I'm doing a memoriam for Rex Garrod. And this article was from the 8th of May 2019.
Rex Garrod actually sounds like a Star Wars character name.
So, do you remember The Secret Life of Machines with Tim Hunkin and Rex Garrod?
No.
I loved that show as a kid. It was so good having a show explaining all about how these machines came to be. And I didn't realise that Rex Garrod had actually been busy since then, because I thought to myself, I wonder what Rex Garrod's been up to. So,
he's dead.
Yeah. We'll go into it. The children's television car Brum and Robot Wars creation Cassius attended the funeral of their inventor who died aged 75. More than 300 people attended the send-off of Suffolk Bodgineer, Rex Garrod, at St Mary and St Lambert Church in Stoneham Aspel near Stowmarket. Mr Garrod, who competed in Speedway, made objects for television shows including Teletubbies. His daughter...
Stowmarket, that's out east, isn't it, I think?
I imagine it's down south somewhere. His daughter Kay paid tribute to the ingenious, unique, mad inventor. Mr. Garrod's friend and fellow inventor Tim Hunkin, who designed the coffin for him, said, Rex lived life to the full, and his life needed to be properly celebrated. I'm not surprised by the numbers coming to his funeral. There were always visitors to his workshop, and he was always sociable and making things for people. So there's the coffin that is made for him, which
Suffolk, Hobbit, I told you, out east.
Yeah.
On the busy A14 trunk road between Bury St Edmunds to the west and Ipswich to the southeast. The town is on the main railway line between London and Norwich and lies on the River Gipping, which is joined by its tributary, the River Rat, to the south of the town.
Well, considering that Mr. Garrod's from Suffolk, that's only fitting. So there's the coffin for his send-off, which when I saw it made me both smile and tear up, because I'm like, yeah, he's dead now.
Nice touch with the feet. That's
I do like it. It sort of made me smile, but then it's like, yeah, but that's his remains, and it just. I conflicted emotions when I saw it, but it's like that was his wishes, so that's fine. The vicar at Stoneham Aspel Church, the Reverend Philip Payne,
go down a little bit. What's that sound on the head of the coffin?
Down.
Go down.
Rex Garrod.
Rex Garrod. Oh,
yeah, and so his date of birth and his date of death. The vicar at Stoneham Aspel Church, Reverend Philip Payne, said, so many people came to say goodbye back when you could do these things. Remember 2019, the before times? Everyone has a happy story about him. Mr. Garrod's wife Sally described him as a big kid at heart. Mrs. Garrod, 69, who married him in 1992, said he was eccentric. Really? An inventor? Eccentric? They called him the Professor of Bogineering. He liked that. Mr. Garrod...
Who was he in Star Wars, then?
Mr. Garrod died in April after living with Alzheimer's for 8 years. Growing up in Mickfield, Suffolk, Mr. Garrod rode for Ipswich Witches, as well as Scunthorpe in Speedway before venturing into special effects alongside former motocross rider Dave Bickers. He presented Channel 4's The Secret Life of Machines with Mr. Hunkin. As well as his own TV work, Mr. Garrod entered 3 robots into BBC's Robot Wars, where it saw teams of build and fight machines. At the time of his death, Teletubbies creator Anne Wood, creative director of Ragdoll Production Limited, says, we loved working with Rex both on Brum and in creating interactive Teletubby devices. So there you go, see, that Brum, which is a great show by the way, beautiful little car, he did that. That's Rex Garrod's work, his Brum. And I didn't know that. I was like, I loved that show as a kid, and I loved Secret Life of Machines, and I didn't realise it's the same man responsible for bringing so much joy into my life, really. So, here we go. Ragdoll Productions, Brum and creating interactive. Yeah, we've done that. So there's Cassius, which was instrumental in Robot Wars history for having one of the first self-writing mechanisms, which nearly all the other teams copied, because flipping a robot onto its back would just be an instant defeat. So, like, we should invent a mechanism to put you back on your feet. He died. And
do you know what Ragdoll Productions' first program was, Hobbit?
Rosie and Jim.
Remember Pob?
Pob? When was that aired?
85 to 90.
Pob. Nah, I remember Rosie and Jim though. That was good.
Yeah, there was actually, they did Playbox 87 to 92, Storytime 1990, and then Rosie and Jim was their 4th production, and then Brum.
Yeah.
And then they did Tots TV, just the highlights of Teletubbies.
I quite like Tots.
Boobar.
I like
Boobar?
Tots TV because they'd have Timmy, Tom, and the woman. And she'd say everything in French, but then one of the other tots would repeat what she said in English. And my mum liked it as well. She's like, oh, it's so good they have a bilingual children's show. And it's like, yeah, I did kind of... And there's... it was a charming show. They actually did like some genuinely charming stuff back before the horrors of Teletubbies.
Oh, no, Richard Ooga Booga's gone missing.
Oh, I know, it's a shame, isn't it? So that was one thing I wanted to cover. I mentioned about some thermal paste because Phil's going to... No, here's another palette cleanser that gets storage devices and radio communications but you can also get a graphics card. There is actually a graphics card that goes M2 graphics card.
Anyway, why is this whole program about obfuscating the fact that Jerry Nadler shit himself, Hobbit?
I know, right? Jared Nadler didn't want to do subsidies into M2 diversification, and that's why this thing remains as a bit of just a curiosity. Like, here's a graphics card that goes into your M2 slot because why not? It's a PCI Express thing. And it's got 16 megabytes of RAM on it, so you're not going to be playing the latest games on it. And those pins there mean you can connect a 15-pin VGA sub to it. It's useful, I suppose, for a server or something like that, where you need a VGA out. So, yeah. That's pretty much it, really. Rest in peace, Rex Garrod, although you've been doing that for a number of years now. There were some things and potential stories I did actually want to read. There were there's some nice stuff. I suppose I've done a video about cooking as well, because numerous people have been saying to me, Hobbit, you should do a cooking video. So I did. Where's potential stories? Oh, there it is. So what was it that I wanted to look up? Nope. These are all stories done by you. No, I'm not going to do that. Those are going to be stories for you. That's good. We've had contributions from someone that's not you or me. Here we go. We got a guest publication.
Donny's just trolling Geordie. Donny put in Thomas Baden Reese's live chat. Question: what was the 2013 LA porn scene like, George? Donny, you fucking legend.
Tell us how reassuringly normal they are. Oh, come on, what's this? Thomas Baden Rees.
Baden Rees.
It's this.
It depends.
Where is it?
He's Brutus. He'll have people like Brutus and Washed On. Hobbit.
Dimitri says, "What was the 2013 LA porn scene like, George?" Pretty fucking radical, mate.
We have the House of Rothschild.
LA in 2014, not 2013. I didn't really work in porn, although I did start a little rumor that I worked in porn. Look, I've been having fun dropping red pills on people and being like, "He's a pornographer, he's a Rothschild, he's this, that, and the other." I mean, look, man, you got to take me as you find me. Just don't trust me. Don't trust anyone.
Hey, George.
Okay.
Never trust
Can
an elf.
you tell me how reassuringly normal porn stars are? Thanks. I was just reading an article about Lolo Ferrari. I'm going to turn the volume up and see what response.
Preservation of demographics. Would you define it the same way, Thomas?
Oh, I think there's a whole variety of issues. They
sort of really one together. Cohesive movement.
You can't even look at the
it's a made up of lots of different movements. Do you like Victoria's all right? What do you reckon, George?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm ambiguous.
God, look at that! The sort of the nervous, reassuring clutching of the face.
I don't
I mean,
know
even an autistic like me understands
I'll
that.
definitely look into that. If that's,
that is
I'm not
nervous.
I'll definitely give it a
nervous face.
I take Bio Ray's comments and criticism quite seriously. He's a very basic guy.
Also,
float around in a lot of the right people's
in
chats.
your
there's another one as well. You
opinion,
have this one guy who follows you, who goes
George,
by the name of, I guess I could say,
what
HIV
makes the ideal cucumber sandwich?
He's migrated over to
question mark.
Comments on this video. I have to say, he's worth it. I can't tell if it's a troll or not, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Aren't cucumbers those?
Okay, let's do two more questions. Sovereign Iris said.
Sorry, what's that?
Those yellow things.
Oh,
I've just put in. Can you only trust the Rothschilds if you run a restaurant with them?
So what, is there banter happening?
There is.
Yeah, we're bantering Geordie on Thomas Baden Reese's stream.
The previous hour, Cass, we were talking about. Phil found this article on the archive and web archive, about eight things I learned from working in the porn industry by Jordan Gold. And one of the points which took a long time to get through was porn stars are reassuringly normal.
He's getting there. He's getting there. This chat's fucking dead. He's got 105 people watching, and the chat's fucking dead.
So, and Serena says, Jordan, do you believe the name of...
Yep.
How do you know?
Oh, yeah. So, Casimir, how have you...
The only...
Cass, now that you're here, how do you... hello? How do you
mate,
feel...
keep cutting out. Go on.
Okay, I was going to say, how do you feel knowing that Scuggy fancies you?
Daisy's just put in there, just basically, I'm not angry with you, Jordan. I'm just disappointed. Were you a flopper, Jordan?
Alright, send me a link.
The fuck out,
Quick
mate.
talk about it. Send me a link.
What? That Scuggy fancies you? You're asking me for sources? Dude, trust me. I've heard the way, whenever I mention him, the way he sort of like sighs
Anglo. Oh shit! Geordie's getting some shit. Cute, it's Geordie and Anglo. That's not even any of us.
Oh, hang on, Frith. I'm going to copy and paste Frith's question. I'm just going to copy and paste it in this one. How the hell does a 22-year-old film studies graduate from London get a job in the LA porn industry? Oh, this is gold. This is fun. I mean, I had some fun articles, but I'd much rather do this. We can always save the fun articles for Tuesday.
Oh, we're not live or nothing.
Yeah, we're doing the Sunday show. The Sunday show is commenting on other people. Like Top Cat did a sports segment at 7 p.m. That was good.
Just try it again with a question, because you have to put Q to get a question. So Q, how do you get to run a restaurant with a Rothschild?
Okay. Okay, Q. Let's see. I'll just copy and paste
Fremham
this.
on the sand? Question mark. Fremham.
Wait a minute, are they? Hang on.
But no, man, thank you for having me on. Yeah, cheers. It's been really good to, and we'll have to catch up again in the future.
Oh,
and I think once more time passes,
he's
and people see what the whole
He's
Method project is about, and see that I'm not actually a member of the elite, then I'll be vindicated. But until then, keep talking. Rumors aren't bad. No such thing as bad publicity. So.
No such thing as bad publicity. That's why you had your article deleted.
He's a runner. I'll just put. You can always see his sphincter twitching, can't
Are you going to get your article on 8 things I learned in the porn industry purged from the Internet Archive?
Not willing to do maybe what needs to be done, some serious like in terms of radical crimes and punishment. But yeah, I think there's an overlap there, definitely.
Sure. Sorry.
No. Yeah, for example, like capital punishment you support. Just
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I know we'll be on the
you
same
fucking
team
memes. Don't try to trick anybody again. You
okay, well, we're heading towards 2 hours. So thanks very much again, Jordan. Thanks to people in the chat. It's been a great discussion. Thanks for all your questions.
It's been a
coming back
great
for another
discussion.
Is he laughing off? He's laughing off screen, isn't he? He knows we're on
coming
to
on. It's been a great chat. Say goodbye.
He ran away quickly when exposed.
I'm some prime shit, mate.
Whoever found out that Thomas Barden Rees was interviewing the guy we were talking about, thank you very much.
Thomas bummed the race.
He's a forfeit.
Oh, that was
37 Groiper show, said Damien.
Yes, it was good to do a bit of bum rushing there. That was.
Barden Rees wouldn't answer the Rothschild question, would he?
He would not ask a lot of questions. So, Joe, I hope you.
Were you a bottom or a top?
I hope you enjoyed this foray into someone else's stream. So we got some fun news. We got a guest publication.
You could always do it if you want to do stream sniping. If you go into your main page on YouTube, and then you go to the live section, you can see a load of live streams that are on now.
Oh yeah, Banter Nationalism's live. Look, Mum, though, live streams live.
What the fuck? Hold on, 8 things I learned in porn.
Oh yeah, that we just read that last hour. That's why it took a long time to get to.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, rotary engine assembly.
What's going on? What the hell? That's amazing. How is this real, mate? How is this actually in front of me on my screen? What the hell? What?
Yes. Well, it was a bit of it was a bit of a surprise for me as well when reading it. I was not prepared for
Did you want to watch it live now? Is how to sneak food on the plane. Did you want that one?
Well, actually, I wanted to do a bit from the guest publication. So, where's live? Live. Oh, here we go.
Reese.
So, Man United fans versus the Glazers. Watch Sky News live.
I think that they've cut a load of this down. There used to be more of it. It's just sport now.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Into TV Live Part 3. Into We Are the 2021 something. That looks. It looks like all sports, doesn't it? It's just. This is the curated part of YouTube, I take it. Anyway, guest publication this week is Sora News 24. And here's an article. Man's panty stolen from man in Nagoya by male-female team of thieves. So, large amount of cheap lingerie was pilfered. By most metrics, crime levels in Japan are very low. Unfortunately, though, panty theft isn't unheard of. And so, ordinarily, someone getting arrested for stealing...
Would you use a fizzy rainbow thing as a bookmark, Hobbit?
Fizzy rainbow thing as a bookmark?
Yeah, you know those fizzy rainbow... I'll put it in doodling pad.
Yeah, because...
He's fucking...
Fizzy rainbow.
And he's having an attack grenade, doesn't know.
Fizzy rainbow sweet thing.
Oh, what you mean? So that's a hair curler? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So they're saying like you can put food inside the interior of your hair curler, and then you can eat your own hair with the sweets.
You curl your hair, Hobbit?
No.
It's hard to sneak it on the plane. That's what they're saying.
I've got a boar hair brush because boar hair bristles are good for brushing hair, but no, I don't have that. So anyway, by most metrics, crime levels in Japan are very low. Yeah, we got that bit. An incident took place in Nagoya, which was anything but ordinary, even by Japanese panty theft standards. Last week, the police arrested 25-year-old Kokimari for breaking into a home in Muriyama Ward, the same part of the city which Mori lives. After gaining entry, Mori made off with 34 pairs of panties. One might expect that Mori's crime was the result of his infatuation with a woman who lived in the house, but according to police reports, the sole occupant of the home is a 37-year-old man. In another unexpected twist, Mori's accomplice in pulling off the bandy raid, who has also been arrested, is a woman in her 20s. The burglary happened back in November, but it wasn't until last week that investigators arrested Mori and his partner in crime. "There is no mistake that I entered the home and stole the panties and other items," said Mori. And a search of his home turned up some 170 stolen items. It is unclear whether Mori knew that there was a treasure trove of panties inside the man's house, either for his personal use, decorative purposes, or perhaps for guests. It's like, welcome into my house. Would you like to wear some cheap lingerie? I have 37 pairs you may choose from. Hey, this is a 37-year article, so 37 pairs of panties were stolen. The sole occupant in the house was 37 years old. So, anyway, he just... Yeah. So, or maybe he just decided to rob the place and just happened to come across and decide to snag a few dozen pairs of panties during the heist. Ostensibly, the panties will be returned to their rightful owner once they're no longer needed as evidence in the case. It's likely, though, that after several months in the thief's possession, the owner would rather just replace the lingerie, especially since...
Seen that one down the side? Head of Tokyo Olympics doesn't want women in leadership roles because he thinks they talk too much.
Based.
Based.
But, so, according to police estimates, the total market value of the 34 pairs of panties is 4,500 yen, which is about $43 US. So that's one article from our guest...
Jerry Brudos, the serial killer, used to collect shoes, didn't he, from women he'd murdered?
Well, no murders took place. It was just like, hey, we'll get a load of panties from this man's house. So here's another article for Sora News 24, the guest publication this week. Man questioned by police after building a girl out of plastic bottles and taking her out on a date. Inventor and performance artist Shota Mori.
Is he related to that fucking that Kazakhstan fucking weirdo? Is he?
This is Japan's answer to the Kazakhstan bodybuilder. But anyway, Shota Mori has been getting a taste of internet fame recently for his videos featuring a quick draw arm-mounted iPhone sleeve gun. Do we want to have a look at this iPhone mounted sleeve gun? Man making an iPhone sleeve gun like in the movie One Man Stories. Can I have a video? Watch on YouTube? The video is private. Can I watch another video? This video is private. What about this one? We can watch this. Let's have a look at this iPhone gun. iPhone. Moshi moshi. Yes. Just hands... That's... I like this. This is like the Shindogu Useless Invention Society. I like it. It's useless, but yet it fulfills a role I didn't know I needed. I like it. It's useless, but at the same time, that is very cool. Wait. There was
something here, Hobbit. Doodling pad. I think this might be it.
So in this video for his iPhone quick sleeve gun, there's like a woman's face and there's like a zoom in on it. But you're doing something in doodling pad. Okay, so let's get to it. Looks like a phone, but it's definitely not a phone. Oh yes, I've seen that. Maybe we'll talk about it off the air. It's something which I'm not going to talk about on the air.
Fed posty.
It's the Fed poster. It's the Fed poster 9000. What we're talking about anyway. So back to Sora News. Yeah. But that's far from his only creation or even his weirdest creation. That honor goes, in my opinion, to Lisako, his so-called pet bottle lover. I assume that means pet as in polyethylene tetra, polyethylene tetra. What does PET stand for? What type of plastic is that? I'll have to read it later. Don't take down the stream for everyone on the sun. No, I'll there's nothing too doxy in this one, so that'll be fine. Apart from when eBay was just like, we think you might be interested in this thing as well. His video on YouTube, which is just as incomprehensible even if you do understand Japanese, documents the process of creating Lisako, which is Model 2, a series of dates they go on, and some other happenings, to use the Japanese expression. So this is like when they're describing a Grumble mag as a Finn book. I like Japanese euphemisms. I learned that one from watching this nonce cartoon about this skeleton that works in a comic shop in Japan, and they get all these people coming in, and they're asking for like weird fetishes, and there was like this. It doesn't even need getting into it. But anyway, I learned from that the euphemism of Finn book. The first day involved the construction of a flowing sumen slide on Mori's balcony, despite it being in the middle of winter. Flowing sumen is a popular summer activity where cooked noodles are sent down bamboo water slide for diners to nab. Have you heard of this? So you make a water slide for your noodles and then you pick them up. All right.
Polyethylene terephthalate. That's what it is.
Polyethylene terephthalate. Sounds healthy. Oh yeah, so not that one. So unfortunately the date doesn't end well, but Lisacco doesn't seem to mind. The images won't load, so we'll just have to imagine it. Then, inspired by the Ghibli movie...
Hobbit, I've got a bit of content putting in Dueling Pad just for a bit of fun.
Okay. Oh,
silly food hacks.
Yeah, okay, we'll do. Oh, I've seen child scissors there and cat ears, so well, okay. Then, inspired by the Ghibli movie Castle in the Sky, Mori decides to try catching Lisacco as she falls from the above.
Makes guacamole.
Also does not go well. Then, in a bizarre little interlude, Mori makes some
that's not
signs.
baby shit.
And now the relationship hasn't been cemented by the mutual love of movies. So there's no images in this thing. So pit bottle lover. So let's just have a bit of that. So here's the guy. Here's some PET bottles. There's paper mache. You know, and so very resourceful Japanese men. If you can't make, and there's PET. And just like capturing some noodles as they flow down the thing. You know what? This guy's all right. He's just like he's kind of like high effort, clumsy slapstick, and I approve of that.
But a funny thing started to happen.
So. Yeah, you know what? This is absolutely fine. Pet bottle lover. So anyway, let's get the thing Hemi's found about yummy food hacks and genius kitchen tricks, shall we? So that we'll...
Are a little bit fucking...
Yeah.
Never wish you...
But...
I'm just going to mute the... because I don't... We've actually got some decent content. So, just a minute. Let's put it back at normal playback speed. Normal playback speed, yeah. So, she's going to put a crisp down there, yeah. She's looking at the remote control. Put it down. God, she's a frumpy cunt, isn't she? But she looks all right. She's
lesbian.
She's
lesbian, I think.
But not this one. This one looks proper sexy as fuck. So I'll just put it quarter speed, right? So, it's not got the super anime. It's not very good anime, but yeah, round frame glasses, pink lipstick. It's like she knew I was going to be watching this, and she's just delighted. Fuck yeah. Give it to me, baby. Oh, fuck.
You know there's probably some, like, pop.
Oh.
All over her crisps. You know there's someone who has a specific sexual thing where, like,
fuck.
Korsky versus Dax.
Fuck. I'm going to get content strike for this, aren't I? Warning, heads up, we've detected... Yep, so we're not going to do any more of that bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
Hemi trying to get my show Zuckerberged, getting in the Zuck.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go back to...
It's not even a TV fucking show. Fuck off, YouTube. It's not even a TV show. Get over your fucking self.
That's the stuff which YouTube wants to promote, so that's the stuff which we're not going to do. Heads up, you don't copyright audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Press 1 in the chat if it's not blocked. Press 2 in the chat if you can't see this.
Press 3 in the chat if you haven't been blocked by Toppy.
So, gorgeous gold Gundams.
Now push a pizza.
You know what? This might be a foreign language site, but they are better at journalism with the alliteration. Gorgeous gold Gundams are good god expensive photographs.
Gundams.
Gundams. They're like when you want to do like combine the joys of hydroelectric power with firearms. So
stop watching Japanese stuff because it's garbage.
Japanese schoolgirl and karate teen subdue violent shoplifter.
You don't need to do that. Just watch James Bond. That'll do you.
Martial artist happy to be able to put skills to use. That sounds all right. In a Japanese city, you're never very far from a vending machine or convenience store. Those who are both
a vending machine with knickers in it, because the Japanese are based in fucking trad.
They are so trad.
They've fucking not tried it in the fucking least. They're slitty-eyed fuckers, and we should have done the proper job in Hiroshima. Should have been the start of it, not the end of it.
I won't have any disrespect to my slitty-eyed neighbours. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have the electronics I enjoy, and the music I make wouldn't have been possible.
You know that's absolute bollocks, don't you, Hobbit?
What
you'd have had it over here just sooner and better made.
Well, but like the microcorg is Japanese, so it's like better made.
Yeah, but it's pilfered British technology.
Oh yeah. I mean that goes without saying. But you know that they made it. It's like saying that I really like the Mazda MX-5. The Mazda MX-5 would not have existed if it wasn't for the MGB, which is a better car. What would be nice is an MGB's body and styling, but with like modern Japanese underneath, like an MX-5. So yeah, even the prices at supermarket in Yokohama's Isogo Ward apparently weren't low enough for one 19-year-old shopper. Well, maybe he shouldn't have been called a shopper, since instead of buying anything, he decided to
be a shoplifter.
He just decided to steal a drink, Hemi. He decided to steal a drink last Tuesday night. He's showing off a talent for multitasking, and the shoplifter decided to add assault to his list of crimes by punching a 54-year-old security guard.
Hold on. We did forget, didn't we, Donny? Fuck Sojo.
Oh.
Fuck Sojo.
Yeah, we haven't had a fuck Sojo in a while.
Sojo, what's his name? Sojo.
Fuck Ayatollah. Fuck Ayatollah.
Fuck Jojo. Fucking. Yeah.
Jojo's not fun in the slightest.
Jojo's Bizarre Adventure.
Fuck that crap. It's pure utter crap.
You're out. Come back, buddy. We miss you.
Yeah, and Scuggy, come back.
Look, for some reason, when we expose homosexual desires...
Scuggy's probably got himself a boyfriend and he's perfectly happy, I bet.
Yeah.
Has he?
Why do you think I've been so inactive recently? I've been... My life's been...
What, you got yourself a boyfriend, have you, Casimir?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scuggy. Hey, did you know Scuggy fancies you?
The whole Bolton divide is, I don't know, I think it's a bit much. I just don't think they could keep that long distance love maintained.
Luckily.
Well, yeah, everyone dies in the end, mate. You don't need to be such a Debbie Downer about it. It's going well so far, so why have you got to, of course, forever and ever on.
Luckily, help was nearby, though not in the form of additional security staff. A 17-year-old high school girl who'd been on the way home and heard the commotion came to the rescue, grabbing the violent shoplifter by the arm. When the
Can't have been that violent. He got beat up by a 17-year-old girl.
When the shoplifter shook her off and tried to run away, the schoolgirl's 18-year-old male companion gave chase. He quickly caught up to the shoplifter, put him in a headlock, and delivers a series of knee strikes to subdue him, until police arrived and placed the shoplifter under arrest. The teens have been issued a letter of comment. You see...
But basically, the girl did fuck all, and it was the bloke that did it all.
Yeah, but they're trying to say, well, well done for having a go, little girl. Here's a pat on the head. But this is... If we were living in a nice society, if you beat up a shoplifter, you'd get a letter of commendation from the police. You wouldn't be arrested for assault. Anyway, the teens have been issued a letter of commendation from the Kanagawa Prefecture's Police Isogo Precinct, and it turns out...
Hobbit, what have you been watching on Toy Galaxy lately?
I haven't. Oh, no, I watched Toxic Crusader, because did you know there was a cartoon of the Toxic Avenger?
Yes, I do actually remember it from the 90s, wasn't it?
What was it about the 90s?
It's also Attack of the Killer Tomatoes had a cartoon as well, didn't it?
What is it about all these really gory films like RoboCop and Toxic Avenger? And it's like, we need to appeal to...
RoboCop was rubbish. He just used to keep running out of battery all the time. It was crap.
Yeah, but how is it like a film where...
Did you ever watch the RoboCop one? It's like, oh no, it's a bit tricky. I'm running out of battery. Oh no, I'm all right. I've caught him. That's basically every episode of the RoboCop cartoon. It's terrible. Well, there's Rambo as well. Did you know there was Rambo as well, Hobbit? There's a Rambo children's cartoon.
So Rambo, who I'm wounded, I'm going to pour gunpowder into my wound and then burn it to cauterize the wound. Yeah. Or I'm going to stab this Viet Cong guard in the throat.
I learned something today, kids. I've learned you can, if a sheriff's standing on a roof, you can shoot through the roof and kill him.
I've learned that I'm friends with an incel, a grave incel.
I learned something today, kids. I learned that if you pretend to be dead while piling it in chopper, you can pretend to wake up and then shoot the opposing guy with the rocket launcher and kill him.
Today, kids, I learnt an important lesson that if you take an M60 and wrap a load of bullets around your bicep, it looks really fucking cool, especially when you're shooting up all the computers. And at the end of it, just to make sure,
I learned something today, kids. I learned that when you shoot Burmese people with a 50 cal, they explode.
But today, kids,
Yeah, I learned something today. This Jewish guy was in a porno.
Yeah.
He's in the all right too.
But today, kids, I learned something really important, that when you're being chased by a Hind Mi-24 and a helicopter gunship, and all you've got is an old Soviet-era tank, run straight forward to it, and then just before it crashes into the helicopter, jump out the hatch at the bottom. That's what I learned today, kids. So yeah, let's see more about this later. So it turns out there's a reason for the 18-year-old's combat prowess.
I learned something today, kids. If you're running away from local law enforcement, you can create devastating traps even if you're only armed with a knife.
Rambo First Blood is a very different film.
Yeah. we're talking about Rambo the cartoon.
A Jewish guy involved in porno. Imagine my shit.
Nordic.
Did you see him run away from the Thomas Barden restream when we went in there?
Nordic, no. you have missed out on some 24 karat gold.
Yeah, it's got to be
24 karat Jordan gold.
Yes. I don't believe it.
Stream title.
Why is
24
it?
karat Jordan gold.
Okay.
Why is it that you can't make this shit up? Like, why is life so humorous?
Because it would be very boring if it wasn't. 24 karat Jordan gold.
Did I miss big occurrences?
Today I'm gonna.
Jordan was on Thomas Barden Reese's stream. We joined in and we were just asking some questions, bro. We were just asking some questions. All we wanted to do was ask some questions, and he ran away from the stream. I've got to go, Thomas. I can't take anymore.
I've got to change.
Asking pertinent questions.
I've got to change the description of today's video. So today I learned. Oh no, kids, semicolon. Today I learned that porn stars are reassuringly normal. There we go.
George ran away from edginess. What?
I thought
this was pulled out of a vagina, and it was a bit weird, to be honest. Not gonna lie.
Well, there was a bit. You'll have to rewind. I think it was around about the first hour of the show, Nordic. But there was a bit in it where he was talking about something or other, and I was like, "So that's why you deleted the article 8 Things I Learned from Working in the Porn Industry." And this time, the investigative journalism wasn't done by Frith-Wolf, who's been resting on his laurels.
Sweepy Wolf was been resting on his laurels, hasn't he?
Yeah, so it's this time done by our mate Phil, and so...
Hobbit, remember.
And guys, it's glow in the dark.
See, this is what happens when Phil's not streaming about socialism. He's like out there trying to ruin people.
Let's test if this bad boy is actually glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark is just such a good phrase. I love it.
I was sparring the other day, Hemi, and I pulled my hands out of the gloves afterwards, and I went, "Oh, when you pull it out, it sounds like you're falling down the
stairs." Oh. See, so yeah, no, I do recommend you watch the first hour of the show.
It sounds like someone's falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do like a shortening of the information you discovered. You know, it's like a nice, concise video of some kind.
You're
'Cause
telling
this is like this is really important stuff. Like this, like that's not just like a funny joke. Like these involvements are quite detrimental.
I am
to
recording.
When using products like these or having sex with a guy, that communication is key.
I am recording this, so I suppose
Communication is key, Casimir.
I could clip
how
this
many-
out.
Communication is key, Casimir.
Communication.
You're talking about a certain person who might be on certain performance enhancers.
Oh yeah, we also addressed the mop cat issue as well. Yeah.
You know how we discussed that he's acting quite feminine recently.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a little bit of research, and actually, what I found was that the reason that people get caught on steroids is not because they have like really high testosterone levels. It's that when people are on steroids, their testosterone levels are actually unnaturally low.
It's almost as if you're using an endocrine disrupting drug and it affects your natural hormone balance. It's weird that.
Well, I was looking at a dude who was trying to claim that he was natural, and he claimed that he was natural because he only had a testosterone level of 21 nanograms a deciliter, I think. It was really fucking low. And he was like, see, I can't be on steroids because my testosterone levels are really low. And everyone was looking at him and just like, no.
When you talk about
you just proved you're on steroids.
21 centiliters of cum, is that like is that Jahan's level of testosterone?
That's like a 90-year-old man's level of testosterone.
Have you Jahan's level? You're not familiar with Alexander?
Well, fuck all those cunts.
You're not familiar with Alexander Jahans, are you?
No.
It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best, mate.
Probably.
So
why are people in the chat getting upset with this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh, Hemi, that drop was about an hour too late. You could have played that when I was reading about Lola Ferrari and her death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with us? Why don't we want to just, fuck these 16-year-olds in marriage before the Packies do?
Okay, all right. Here's the fucking $1 million question. No, hang on a minute. I'm going to fucking barge in here now. I'm going to tell you the hardcore fucking truth that you guys don't want to hear. Here's the fucking truth of the matter. You don't want to fuck these 16-year-old girls. No, listen. No. You don't want to fuck them, but some Packy's going to do it instead.
Who says that?
But he said it's in marriage, so it's all good.
Yeah.
You're fucking insane, mate. What the fuck are you talking about?
But he said it's in marriage, so it's fine, It's in marriage.
Trad.
Like in Minecraft. Oh, dear.
Can't make it up.
We're just surrounded by lolcows.
Honest work for honest pay. I assume you've done graft in your life. I assume that you've, worked on a building site or whatever, because you're a proper man. You understand what it's like to put hours in and expect to be paid for it. Of course I'm not doing this shit forever for no money. That's retarded.
Could you imagine him working on a building site?
Yes, I could.
He'd fall off of like 6 stories of scaffolding within half an hour. I could picture it.
Well, what the fuck is this one?
Right, what are you going to do, top cunt?
I could just imagine Unwashed being on the same building site. My mate was telling me about this guy who came to work for their firm, and he says, "Oh yeah, for his birthday, one day he was just one of the guys from the JCB digger with like a front scoop." Scooped him out of the road and then lifted him up like 20 foot high, and they were all just like, birthday bumps. They were just waggling the arm and just like making him try to fall out of the thing and giving him birthday
Imagine
bumps
calling
that
someone out because they had too many beers and fucking told someone they were going to lever them. This coming from the guy who fucks dogs when he's wasted. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but
Stop you saying you fuck dogs, Hobbit, or what?
What?
Those people aren't publicly sick on themselves.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard that there's actually a channel in this server that I had access to.
No, I'm going to mute you. I'm going to have my say.
My phone's gonna die.
I love how he muted everyone.
I've just put the fucking fuck you!
Everyone's favourite yogurt nuts.
740 IM28 there, live on the Skype say Radical Agenda. The more you talk, less I have to. We have Billy Big Bollocks. What is your agenda there, sir?
So yeah.
Where's my favourite? Oh, I've got to go to the Charlie folder.
Aww.
He has his own folder.
Charlie's got his own folder.
Casimir
My
left
favourite.
before we got to hear
You're
it.
fat, you're weak, you're a faggot, and you're about to find out how much of a faggot very soon.
He's gonna bum him. He's gonna fucking bum him and show him just how much of a faggot he really is.
Why is he so bad at fucking...
I know.
Jelly tits ash.
It is literally like that Mike Tyson one. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Heil fucking Hitler, you soppy little cunt.
Do you know how gay you are? I'm going to show you how gay you are. Get them fucking trousers off. Yeah, come on. Come on, look, this is how gay you are.
Tell him from me, if the standards in this movement are ever to be enforced, it won't be by overweight, sexual deviants who enjoy abusing women.
It won't be by guys that can't throw a Jew out of their house either. You know, and get caught in a hotel room with 14-year-old girls. Oh! Allegedly.
Well, she's half British, is she not?
But maybe it'll be done by Scottish synthesizer enthusiasts who bought up the last called Prologue 16.
Jelly tits ash.
Bastard.
Jelly tits ash.
But here's a headline I'd
Jelly
like to read
tits ash.
out. Gunpowder
Jelly
factory
tits ash.
building
Jelly
damage
tits
by
ash.
normal explosion.
So
just a normal explosion in the gunpowder factory. Oh yeah, it's just a normal explosion.
I have AUT, ISM, autism.
I haven't done that to you for a long while, Hobbit.
Just a normal explosion in a gunpowder factory. That's all. That's all. But the fact is, as it's coming up to the last part of the show. It's coming up to the last part of the
Did
show.
you have a look into Beirut?
Seems we both got autism, haven't we?
And the fact is, it's like Jerry Nadler shits himself.
Fucking pig, what, 20 grand a year to be a fucking knobhead?
I'm not going to be distracted from the fact Gerald Nadler shits himself live on air. Pulls the mask down so she can get the full benefit of the crop dusting as Hemming. I think that was a front wheel skid, the technical term.
Not only are they racist, Dad, but they're sexist too.
Preserving our democracy. With that, I'm pleased to yield to the
Fucking front wheel skid.
And that's the end of the show, so everyone can fuck off now. Bye.
Say hello.
That's it.
If someone says something horrible to Harvey, what to